Hello and welcome to this week's episode of CBTV. Many people have breathed a sigh of relief over the results of Greece's latest election, but I say the country is not out of the economic woods yet. The makeup of its new parliament raises serious concerns, not least of all because it includes extreme parties such as neo-Nazis, hardline communists and radical left-wingers. It's a disturbing circumstance for anyone concerned about the future of Europe. Greece is now beset by conflict, despair and violence, which is the result of years of government mismanagement and poor decision making. I've written previously and I've spoken on numerous occasions about the fact that governments have to be reflective of the people they claim to represent, because if they indulge the noisy minority, the end game is often an unpleasant one. In a fiscal sense, if governments foster the welfare mentality and dole out money without expecting anything in return, people will react negatively when it's taken away. And when people lose faith in their government, the disaffected often seek a counter-movement that can represent their interests. This is the appeal of the fringe political movements. And when governments seek to stifle debate and turn away from those they are meant to represent, polarisation and disillusionment are never far away. And we haven't seen such extreme reactions here in Australia as we've seen in Greece and some other European nations. But we cannot believe we are immune from the fallout of bad government. Labor continues to foster the welfare mentality through its reckless spending. Its ministers scoff at the concerns of ordinary citizens. Do you remember Anthony Albanese's convoy of no consequence comment? And the government has become beholden to minority interests via its damaging alliance with the extreme Green movement. It's no wonder that people out there keep saying they've had enough. Australia needs to be mindful of this Greek tragedy, else we may face similar dangers to our peaceful democracy. And it might be best to start with our younger generation. A recent poll found that only 39% of young Australians think that democracy is better than other forms of government. And almost a quarter said that they couldn't basically care what form of government we have. It's time for schools and universities to pursue a real focus on civics education, so that future leaders value our democracy, they value our independence, and they value the rule of law, just as much as those who founded this great country. And with a strong commitment to policies that reject the entitlement mentality and foster a return to individual responsibility, we can get our country back on the right track, well before scenes that are gripping parts of Europe are seen to happen here. This is Corey Bernardi. You're watching CBTV.